Hello. Welcome to another episode of Fresh Board Sports Show. I'm Jabari Harris. I'm your host and the proprietor. And on this episode of Fresh Board Sports Show, already know we're going to be tapping in with special guests. We're just waiting for technical difficulties to work itself out. Got special, like I said, special guests waiting for him to tap in. And going to recap Sunday games that took place yesterday. And we're going to talk a little basketball also, and to talk about what he got going on. There is connection get going. Just bear with us. But definitely with some good Sunday games yesterday. Definitely can't wait to dive into that. And obviously, see what I got going on. Got my Steelers here going on right now, so I represent. Hey, what's going on, man? Appreciate you tapping in with the show. Everybody, welcome Mike to the show. Appreciate you doing this again, man. Thanks.
Appreciate you having me.
Now, yeah, we're gonna before we talk about Sunday's game that took place yesterday and preview Monday night's doubleheader tonight. Can we just talk about what you got going on currently right now? You little league football coach. If you want to divulge a little bit about that, what you doing?
Oh yeah, I coach for the York Bears. I coach the Pee Wee level. I've been coaching for about 8 years.
Okay. Oh wow, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
What's up?
I've been coaching Smurfs for the first 7. It's my first year moving up, so this year is a little more detailed into the game. At the lower level, you got coaches on the field, and we're putting them in their place, basically teaching them the fundamentals on the field.
Yeah.
So this year, I get to really, get the full feel of standing on the sideline, calling from the sideline, and seeing what hard work and practice really turns out on Sundays.
Yeah. Then I know that's testing, obviously, your patience dealing with kids, and obviously different. Everybody's different, levels of, grasping things quickly and stuff like that. You gotta have a lot of patience with that, and obviously a lot of love. So I commend you on what you're doing with that. That's definitely a good look. And if nobody else said anything, I definitely appreciate what you're doing. Something positive for you can give good role models to help just these young kids to be young men and adults.
Definitely appreciate it, man. Definitely appreciate it. I do it out of kindness of my heart.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask you. What kind of inspired you to do this? You just wanted to get back to the kids.
Honestly, I was asked to. I brought my son out when he was 5 years old to summer conditioning, and at the time, the president of the program, Bud Kyle, just came up to me and asked me, "Hey, you mind helping out?"
Yeah.
I was helping out at the conditionings, because it was summertime. Everybody had different stuff to do. So I volunteered one day, and he just was like, "Yo, you're doing all right with him. You mind helping out?" And it's been on ever since.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Can we talk about your sports background, upbringing, growing up? For those who don't know, can you let the audience know what was it like for you? Like, what sports did you do, or did you play just for fun? Did you play for teams? Could you talk about that?
I've actually played sports all my life. I played 3 different sports growing up: basketball, football, and baseball. But once I got to high school, kind of dropped baseball and kind of went over to track.
Okay.
So I definitely made teams. Wasn't the best on the team. I'm not gonna be like everybody else and say I was this and that.
Yeah.
I was an average player. I wasn't the best, but I definitely wasn't the worst.
Yeah, you were obviously worthy of being on the team. Obviously, you know what I'm saying. Can we talk about what was the events that you did for track and field?
I did a little bit of everything. I got in where I fit in.
Okay, I did long jump, high jump, triple jump. Those are the things I was doing.
I did 4x4, 400, 200, stuff like that.
Okay. All right, okay. Did you go to the district, states, whatever?
No, okay. No. I wasn't one of those. I wasn't one of those.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Now, can we talk about professionally? We're going to we'll talk about NBA, after the fact, but football right now. What's your favorite team?
Honestly, I don't have a favorite team. I just really enjoy watching the sport. Basically, when I was younger, I had a favorite player, and my favorite player is Michael Vick.
Oh, okay.
And
so we say it turned out for you.
Yeah. So basically,
appreciate it. Thank you.
And it wasn't just because of that situation. It was because of basically how teams that situation showed teams really don't care about you, and it's really a business.
Exactly.
No matter what your situation is, at the end of the day, it's all about making money. Philadelphia picked him up, and he went into a great situation, and then unfortunately Chip Kelly went in there and destroyed that whole thing. And after that, it was like they tried to turn a starter into a journeyman, and that hurt me. So since then it was just like what's the point of having a favorite team if there's no loyalty within the NFL?
Yeah, I feel what you're saying. So I know you got players. What's your guys? I know you got guys that you like. Is there somebody that you like?
Guys that are really falling out. I mean, of course, Micah Parsons. Central PA. I really don't like the Cowboys, but gotta respect it. Gotta respect it, man. Greatness is greatness, and he's definitely showing greatness right now.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if anybody been paying attention, but that defense right now is probably the number one defense in. As of right now, it's only going into week 3.
Yeah,
but still,
exactly.
That's heavy coming from for them.
Exactly. We'll see what Dak do and everything like that, because I'm just speaking facts, just speaking what it is. I know they scored a boatload of points and everything like that. Great defense the past 2 weeks, but technically, Dak Prescott only accounted for 14 points of those in the past 2 games. I'm just letting it be known that's what it is. So they've had plenty of struggles on the offensive side. Special teams been scoring touchdowns, defense pick sixes and things what have you. Michael Parsons stripping guys and keeping them moving for touchdowns and stuff like that. Well, all that we know. I'm just saying, we're watching the game, we paying attention to what's going on.
Oh yeah, most definitely. If it wasn't for that defense, they definitely wouldn't be in the position that they're at now to even look like a playoff contender. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's recap some these Sunday games that took place yesterday. Not everything. We're going to just talk about some of the main ones.
Okay.
Ravens 27-24 over the Bengals. I'm disappointed in the Bengals. I ain't gonna hold you. Lamar Jackson, solid game. This is winning games. You win with stuff like this. 237 yards, 2 touchdowns, zero interceptions. Now we already know he's gonna get the carries, 54 rushing yards. This is what he do. But I'm just talking about the clean throwing of the football. Compare that to Joe Burrow. He had 222 yards, 2 touchdowns. The 1 interception is going to do it. It's going to do it. The turnovers, it's hard to win like that. And that obviously a close game. That was the determining factor right there. What's your thoughts on that game?
Well, honestly, when you got 2 great quarterbacks like that, first and foremost, the kind of quarterback Lamar is, everybody try to make it say, "Oh, he's just going to run on you." No, that's the thing. Like, he has a nice pocket where he can
throw. Yeah.
He can throw the football, and if somehow somebody penetrates the pocket, you already know where it's going.
Yeah.
Now Joe Burrow, on the other hand, he is a pocket passer. When he's not protected, it's just you can't do anything. So
I like Joe Burrow. I like him, but obviously, he obviously ain't gonna be mobile as Lamar, and to be, working with a bad offensive line. The offensive line, it do got to be ideal, ideal conditions,
unless you're doing slants and 5 and out.
Quick.
You're not gonna be. They basically need to rearrange that line for him. They need to bring in heavy hitters for the line if they want to get back to where they were the other year.
Or at least 2. Find somebody in the trade, move up in the draft, do something to get 2 solid.
Honestly, to me, the other year when they made the Super Bowl, kind of lucky, man. You got the most sacked quarterback in the league making the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that doesn't really happen like that.
That's an amazing stat. That's an amazing feat to overcome and then make it there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, we're going to go to the Bills, 33-10 over Raiders. It was a must-win for the Bills. They needed that. They couldn't afford to go to 0-2 this season. Josh Allen, 274 yards, 3 touchdowns, 7 rush yards. I don't care what you did against the Raiders. You expected to win those games. Right. Come on, man. You were supposed to win that game against the Jets. Right. You were supposed to win against the game. A complete letdown. And no Aaron Rodgers. And we know how you do, Josh Allen. We know when you win games, you're giving out 0 turnovers. Because when you give it out turnovers, you can't just give him one. You know Josh Allen got to give you multiple of them things. It's what he do. It's what he do. He give you about a boatloads at times, too.
Once he – well, it's been proven once he hits adversity once in a while,
he's rattled for the rest of the game.
Yeah, it's try again next
week. Yeah. But basically,
but that's where the coaches and other leaders got to come in and rally behind your quarterback, because at the end of the day, sometimes your quarterback isn't going to be the strongest mentally, even though that's usually the stereotypical thought of, oh, the quarterback got to be the leader. Sometimes in the locker room, the quarterback's not the leader for real. Sometimes it might be the actual franchise player or the star player, or it might be somebody on the defense. You never know. But
now, he's been on that team for a while. What if people believe that, man, we're seeing all we need to see, man, like, nah, dog, this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? What people starting to feel that way. We already heard the rumblings that, you know, allegedly Stephon Diggs was feeling that way. You know, he tried to debunk that. But come on, man, we all got eyes. And obviously they saying what they saying up closely. Maybe people do believe that. Maybe there's truth to that speculation.
I don't believe that. I think he is who he's been proving that he is. He is a great player, but everyone has their flaws. Everyone has flaws in their game. No one's a perfect quarterback. You know what I mean? The closest thing to a perfect quarterback was Thomas Edward Brady III, and even he had flaws. Yeah. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but he costs the teams the game, and he knows. I'm glad he's not running from it. He knows. I mean, he cost the Bills plenty of wins.
Definitely.
You know?
Definitely. And you know what? The thing about it is, at least he is the type of person to be like, my bad. That was me.
Yeah. He knows his own. You know. Mm-hmm. Can we talk about the Chiefs 17-9 over the Jaguars? No big deal. They're supposed to do what they do. They just needed to not go 0-2, because that would have looked bad. You know, I ain't gonna bore you with the stats. I'm just saying the Chiefs definitely need to get that. Teams can't be affording to go 0-2. Like 0-2, you gotta win 2 games in a row just to be 500. Like, you don't want to be going. You know, you don't want to be starting off 0-2.
See, what's funny about that game? You can't call that an easy win, because last year they beat the Chiefs. That's the thing.
And I believe in the with Trevor Lawrence and the boys out there, at least on the offensive side.
On the offensive side,
now, because they do got the weapons. I'm not gonna say the offensive line is good, but they got you know, with receivers. They got that Eden. You know what I mean? Like he actually, matter of fact, he can catch out the backfield as well. So like, I'm not so much sold on the defense, and obviously the offensive line can use some work, but. I mean, I believe in what they could, you know, what they got going on in the Jacksonville. So that like I said, that was a big win for the Chiefs. Down the shocker, you know, I know you want to. It's not too much hype. Falcons 25-24 comeback win over the Packers. I definitely thought Jordan Love was playing good the first week. Falcons, come on, man. Desmond Ritter, like, who is this guy? Like, you know, all due respect, I'm just saying, like. I'm not so. I need to see it. You know what I mean? I got to see it. He got the job done. Everybody clearly just gave the Packers that win. They was clearly the favors, and the Falcons pulled off the upset.
Right. Honestly, the Falcons, even last year, they weren't a bad team. They just couldn't get it done. Most of their games were under 10 points. Sometimes even under 5. So they just couldn't get over the hump. Now, with the little additions that they got, maybe so. Me personally, yes, they definitely need to keep an eye on that quarterback situation, because they had ample opportunities to get bigger and better names, and I think they just I think they're coming up with their own formula to try to make something work.
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah.
So we're gonna have to see what their madness is that they're coming up with down there.
All right. We got the another surprising win. Seahawks 37-31 over the Lions in overtime. Now, Geno 328 yards, two touchdowns, 20 rushing yards. Goff 323 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Now, I definitely thought the Lions were going to win. And the Lions is at home. Great defense. Offense knows the job to do enough to keep it clean. They can win games. And they dropped the ball on that one. I mean, obviously it was a close game win overtime, but I'm saying the Lions dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah, see, those two teams, those are two teams that's it could go either way.
Yeah, it could go either way. But the Lions been. I know last year is last year, but considering they won 8 out of 10 games last year, won the first game this year. You felt the momentum and felt like everything was was putting a little bit what I mean, giving the credence to what they did last year, how they started off the season. Especially, we understand Travis Kelce wasn't there, and we're not going to neglect that. Like that was a big thing for the Chiefs, but that was a big win all along for the Lions. So we thought that was going to have some carryover effect. Appreciate everybody tapping in.
Definitely, they definitely had some motivation going into that game. But the Seahawks are a team. They're really a team. They really play off each other's abilities, and when you do that, and not really just rely on one person, that's when you get outcomes like you had yesterday.
Yeah.
Like,
okay, we going 49ers took care of work 30-23 over the Rams. This is what they do. Even the Cowboys 30-10 over the Jets. What they needed to do with what I mean. I mentioned that they're all Dak Prescott and the offense. They definitely need to they got work to do on the offensive side. Defense, best defense in the league. We don't even got to address that. We can get to the Sunday night football game. The Sunday night football game, 24, the Dolphins win over the 17 Patriots. 249 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 1 sack. Tyreek Hill did not get it going. He did have 1 touchdown, only for 40 yards receiving. Raheem Morris, 18 carries, 121 yards, 2 touchdowns, rushing. I mean, that'll do it every time.
My thing is, you're still going against Bill Belichick.
I mean,
first and foremost, it's still the Patriots.
You got Mac
what I'm saying?
Jones giving you 231 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. Mediocre game to the fullest. What they supposed to do with that?
Most definitely, and that's the thing. Bill Belichick is a defensive coach.
Yeah.
So when it comes to offense, especially when you lose a player like Tom Brady and you're bringing in a developed player, they got him at a rookie. He didn't get time to sit behind anybody and really learn the game.
Yeah.
They threw him right under the fire after one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time left the building. So
that's mediocre numbers. 1 touchdown, 1 interception, putting up 17 points. That's so basic. That's so basic. Can't win like that.
Let me ask you this. Are they investing the same amount of money into that line that they did for TB12?
No. But they for whatever reason they invested more money in skills positions like they did, unlike they did before.
Exactly.
And that's not paying them well.
Exactly. So what you see with the Patriots now, you see a lot of short passes, a lot of reverses, a lot of bubble plays, a lot of stuff out the backfield instead of plays going downfield, trusting your quarterback. So
struggling to crack 200 yards.
Like I said, how can you get 300-400 yards if you're only doing bubbles, screens, fade? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yo, we got to preview tonight's doubleheader. Obviously, there's a boring game that we got to talk about just because they made it a doubleheader, so we got to address it. Two games. ESPN Saints versus the Panthers, 7:15. Who you got winning that game?
I got the Saints winning that one.
Oh yeah, I got the Saints winning that one too. Young boy quarterback, rookie quarterback. You know what I mean? I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. for whatever work, Derek Carr, honestly, he's a veteran quarterback. He obviously got plenty of wins under his belt. So yeah, that should be a no-brainer.
You got Jordan on the other side for the Saints.
Yeah,
they still got
veteran
presence on the defense.
Now we got the main course. You already know what I'm repping. I got my Steelers on. Come on, man. We already know. 8:15 on prime local channels. Everybody can get this worldwide, across the world. ABC, 8:15. You got the Browns coming to the Steel City versus the Steelers. What are we talking about over here? You go ahead. Talk. You already know who I got. I can explain why. It don't matter, but talk to me. You talk to me.
Listen, I'm just going to enjoy this game because first we already know this is just right down the road. This is rivalry work.
Yeah.
It's not going to be easy for either team, especially both teams are just getting themselves together. You know what I mean? The Steelers are looking like a younger team, but they're looking like a strong young team. Maybe if not now, maybe in a few years, but we talking about right now.
Yeah.
For this game right here, honestly, it's going to depend on the run game. It's going to depend on the run game.
I'm not sold on Kenny Pickett. Everything's on his shoulders. I need touchdowns out of him. I don't need no mediocre game like Mac Jones. Speaking of mediocre, I don't need mediocre play. You can't win like that. Do not. And he liable, based off his touchdown total last year, to go give you games without 0 touchdown passes. 7 touchdown passes last season, and about 11 games. And he only had 1 touchdown pass. Obviously, we only had 1. Well, we only scored with 7 points last week. You know what I mean? What am I supposed to do with that? 8 touchdowns in 2 seasons? Throwing? Like, come on, man. I need touchdown passes. No excuses. Definitely. I need touchdown passes. You got to put up points. All this kicking field goals, you ain't winning no games like that. It's not happening.
Definitely. And so and you got the defense still there to help him out.
Exactly.
So I don't know.
I got TJ Watt on me. You know what I mean? We got Micah Fitzpatrick. You know what I mean? I know Cam Hayward, he out for a couple of weeks, but you know what I mean? We got the young boy rookie quarterback, Joey Porter. They didn't give him some more burn because Patrick Peterson, he's done, son. He was getting cooked all last week by Aguilar, the number 11 from 49ers. This could be just like when Gilbert Arenas talk about hibachi and people, that's exactly what they was doing to Patrick Peterson last week. Man, he needs to be the 3rd cornerback that y'all bring in.
On his age.
Exactly. But it's on Kenny Pickett's shoulders, man. It's on his Kenny Pickett's shoulders. He got to get the job done. You know what I mean? If not, he can get up out of there. I need to win now. We can't waste this Super Bowl ready defense that we got over there. We can't waste the window.
So you thinking about trading him or what's going on? He's a young quarterback.
Trade him, get somebody that's ready.
He's young.
I'm not talking about signing. I'm not. All due respect, I ain't talking about signing nobody like Colin Kaepernick or calling in Carson Wentz or bringing in Matt Ryan. But I will make a call to Phillip Rivers. I'll make a call to Phillip Rivers.
You would keep him? You would keep Kenny Pickett and pick up Phillip Rivers, or cut him and
not cut him. I traded him before I cut him. We can't be owing nobody on the books.
I'm saying because Phil retired, so you wouldn't even need to trade anybody for him.
Yes, I'm saying.
I'm saying
we can still keep him and bring Phillip Rivers in.
Who would you trade for him though? Is what I'm asking. Who would you trade for him in the league right now? Even though we're getting a little off topic, but
no.
For the game, but
backup wise, I don't know because I'm not see, that's what I'm saying because these guys are backups for a reason. So it's just like it's tough. I'm not gonna look at no backup and be like I'm gonna win with that backup. I'm not even gonna be honest, hold you, because I'm gonna need another starter. There's no backup that I'm gonna look at. Even Cooper Rush or Trey Lance or anybody like that. There ain't nobody. I'm like, come on, man. I'm not even thinking about nobody's backup quarterback. That's what I'm saying. It got to be a quarterback that just got them playing and still ain't putting their retirement papers in. You know what I mean? Everybody talk about Tom Brady. Bring Tom Brady back. If everybody just put their hat, they talk about the Jets. Bring Tom Brady back. Everybody just talking just to talk. I'm just saying. But
you gonna throw your hat in that conversation?
Yeah. I'm saying bring Tom Brady over to the Steelers. But now realistically, go ahead, sign Phillip Rivers. Give him a couple. Give him a run and see what he could do with the team. But before we get mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. That's where I'm mad with it.
See, me
would
personally,
say Cam Newton, but he on his twitching and streaming stuff. He don't want to play football no more. He done, son. Yeah, he don't want to play football no more. And I love Cam Newton. But ain't nothing that he's doing
just
to my eye. He all worried about just streaming and playing games and talking trash with the young boys and all that stuff. I don't think you putting in no type of work to be acting like you really want to be playing no NFL quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Just because you're streaming and doing all that doesn't mean you're not NFL ready, bro. Listen, it's a new day and age, man.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Yeah, maybe
professional athletes,
especially because
right after practices and
you trying to get in, and you already know he talked about it on the stuff that he's such a big personality. People don't want to bring him in as a backup, especially you doing stuff like this, like. You're not trying to.
Now you get to my point earlier about saying the NFL is for themselves. The NFL is
exactly.
a business.
He knows themselves.
I'm not. So basically,
I wish it wasn't like that. I like Cam Newton, but he knows what it is.
We can't even have competition. We can't even have competition of any type of ratings or viewership. Like we bring you in, your viewership is going to go up on your end.
Yeah.
Now more people is going to watch your show because you're on another team and you got this other platform. You're on another platform instead of ours. Nah, we cool. We can't have you on two platforms.
Yeah, they don't like that.
That's all it is.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
I don't agree. I don't agree with it. I don't like it at all. But I'm saying somebody that knows the game and knows what the business what it is. You're not doing the things to try to get back in there. Like I'm just saying, like he knows what it is. He knows what he got to do to get back in. I mean, he knows this.
I would say Cam Newton is NFL ready right now, bro.
Yeah.
If people are saying Colin Kaepernick after 6 years is still NFL ready, Cam Newton is still NFL ready, man. I'm not going to do that to that man yet. Nah.
Yeah. I want Cam Newton. I want to give him a try. I mean, I take him, but I'm just saying, like, I don't feel like he really trying to get back in the league. You know what I mean? I could be wrong, but and I understand what you're saying. It's the new wave. This is what it is. But Cam Newton knows. I'm just saying, like, I know from spectator's point of view. He knows from being on the inside. He knows the business, and especially like he said it. But that's not him, and he's not doing that. So it's obviously kind of not a void. Like I said, because he already addressed that situation. I forget on like what episode of his. I would think it was a Funky Friday or something like that of his podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But let me get your NFL Super Bowl predictions. Let's get to the main thing. Who you got representing the AFC? Who you got representing the NFC in the Super Bowl?
AFC, honestly, for the past couple of years, it's always been Bills or Chiefs, and Chiefs always been edging them out. And the way the Bills are looking this year, it's looking like the Chiefs could edge it out in the AFC again. There's always a sleeper team at the end of the season that comes out strong. So, of course, we got to look out for that. But for the NFC, of course, Philadelphia.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm not mad at that.
Philadelphia. I mean, they didn't do nothing but add.
Yeah.
So what they already had, and what they had was something scary.
And they still got work to do. It's like every other team. It's early.
And it's going to be a dogfight between them and San Fran, honestly, in the NFC Championship.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a dogfight between them two.
So whoever wins
doing thing.
That NFC Championship, definitely that out of those two, definitely. But like I said, there's always a sleeper, and for right now, I think that sleeper might be Dallas. And I'm not a Dallas fan at all, but I give credit where credit is due. I'm not a biased person, man. I'm not a biased person. I don't have a favorite. I don't have a favorite team, so I can be honest about about everything. Yeah. Dallas might be the sleeper if God forbid Philadelphia or San Fran just not the ones this year.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I'm not mad with that. I got a question. Do you dabble with the sports betting? You like the sports betting, like the fan doing and the DraftKings and all that stuff?
Honestly, I haven't personally indulged myself. I have friends who love to.
Yeah.
it's good and bad days with them.
Yeah, exactly,
So,
exactly.
I'll,
I do a little bit here and there.
I'll give
Obviously, I try
I'll
not to
give
get crazy with it, but
I'll give
yeah, I mean,
my
I loved
advice
it.
or whatever, knowing on for sure things or
Yeah,
something, or if I know,
yeah,
oh,
exactly. When you feel like you got a hunch, you got a good strong hunch. You know what I mean?
if I know somebody gets injured or somebody's getting taken
Yeah,
out or something, then
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
Try to lean on that. Okay. All right, we're gonna switch this up to basketball. Can we address this Team USA situation? Team USA basketball losing to Team Germany and Team Canada, walking away in the FIBA World Cup games with no medals, prompting LeBron James to bring out the Monstars for the 2024 Olympic Games. We already know the Monstars such as Stephen Curry, Devin Booker, Dame Dollar, Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant. Come
Mm-hmm.
on, man. The list goes on. Draymond Green, and we continue to go on and go on and so forth. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. The list. I mean, we can just keep going on. I mean, how do you feel about that whole situation? I love it. No, I don't love the fact that we walk away with no medals, but I know the American culture. I know what it is. They don't put too much emphasis on the FIBA World
You,
Cup games,
you
with
love
all due
that.
respect.
You love the aftermath that it brought. You
Yeah,
love the
come
fact
on.
that the
Because
Monstars are coming out.
it's
Come
gonna
on,
be
yeah.
undefeated. Points is gonna get run up. It's gonna get crazy out there. It's gonna be a whole movement.
Honestly, in my opinion, when it comes to USA basketball, that's what it's supposed to be every year, man. Like
Yeah.
basketball was invented in the United States, so we're gonna let another country take something that we created and say that they're better than us at it.
In all due respect, even though we send the C team, y'all supposed to
Like,
have a level
I
of pride and bringing it
no,
with max effort.
well, forget all that. My thing is, you're supposed to try to get the best players available
Yeah.
every year. Every
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
It's
But
supposed to be
but
go
but
every year for every situation. This is Team USA. This is higher than the NBA, in my opinion. This is really against the world.
yeah.
Even though the NBA is the National Basketball Association, it's the best players in the world coming together on teams and playing against each other.
But that's how
USA, it's
we
not.
but
USA, it's
but that's how it's so unfair. We know the NBA is the best basketball in the world because when we gather our best 12 together versus your best 12, it's completely unfair. Like the evidence shows that. And we can go. You don't got to go back to the redeem teams. You don't got to go back to the dream team. You don't. You can go back to the original teams from when they was originally sending NBA players from the original time back in the day to when they say, you know what, nah, y'all got to do the college players to when they was losing a little bit with the college players and then say, you know what, we got to let the world know we are the best players. We're going to send a grown men out there and shut everything down and do it like that. That's how the dream team came back around. Because when you send our best 12 out there, regardless, however you want to look at it,
look.
we're going to get the job done and it's going to get
The
undefeated
rest
and it's
the
going to go
rest of
crazy.
the rest of the world caught up, man. That's what it is. A change of time. The rest of the world caught up with basketball and times. And if you really pay attention, right now, US Team USA, even with the Monstars, we really lack in power forwards and centers.
Nah, I would say the centers.
We
Power forwards, we got that.
we lack in height.
Yeah, yeah.
We lack.
No,
We
not
lack,
necessarily
bro.
the height with some sturdiness, some stature, some size.
We're
We could
trying to
come.
get
We
we're
got
trying
plenty
to
of
get
skip.
Joel Embiid to go
No,
from his native
yeah, but I'm saying we
country
got plenty of
to
6'11".
us. We don't
Yeah,
have enough.
yeah.
We're
But I'm
trying to
saying
get
we got
people
plenty of
to convert.
6'11", 7-footers that's weighing 220, 230 pounds. I like what the Lakers got. And Jackson Hayes, 7-footer, 230. And Christian Wood, 6'11",
My point is
230. I mean 220.
when you think about Team USA and you think about the most dominant centers, power forwards playing the game, you thinking of Karl Malone, you thinking of Shaq, you thinking of Timmy D, you thinking
Yeah,
of big dogs
but
back in the day.
yeah,
Nowadays, you
yeah,
ain't
but
you ain't see that. You seen the guard. The guards is always there. There's always a guard.
yeah. But all you need is somebody to lock the paint down defensively, and I think we'll be okay.
And
No,
they'll have
Jared
one
Jackson
or
should not be the
they'll have
starter.
they'll have one or two. That's what I'm.
Yeah, you
They'll
gonna
have
have
one or
Jared
two. It's not
Jackson,
enough.
Draymond Green playing the big man, but you need that. Joel Embiid, I would say get a defensive player with some stature, more so than Joel Embiid. It don't
Joel's
need to
not
be Joel
even
Embiid. As long as you get a
guaranteed.
7-footer that can bang, I would say there, just for lack of better words. Matter of fact, no, he would be ideal. He would be
Joel's not
ideal.
even guaranteed.
Miles Turner. Miles Turner.
There's one.
6'11", good size, 285. He's going to bang, all that good stuff. Come on now. That would be ideal.
We're talking just for defense, but like I said, back in the day, they was both sides, bro. They was both sides.
But come on, we got enough people
right now. It's hard.
Stephen Curry shooting trades from the suburbs. You got Jason Tatum doing his thing. You know, Jaylen Brown, he gonna want to get in a game. He gonna want to do his thing too. And you know, LeBron James, he got to be selfish just because at times, just because it's too easy for him to score. He got to. He got no choice but to score at times. You know what I mean? Because he's so big and doing his thing out there. So I mean, we're gonna have plenty of buckets out there. Dame Dollar going look. Let me get a couple threes too. Come on, man. That mentioned Devin Booker coming off the bench.
Even the team that came in third in 2004, they had nothing but buckets on that team. They didn't put it together.
Yeah, but that was a bad mixture coming through. You know what I'm gonna tell you what that problem is? We're gonna address that situation right there. You got budding new wave of stars coming in. Carmelo Anthony, Dwayne Wade, LeBron James. Just to name those three. Then you got the old veterans. That's veterans doing their thing, but they're on the other side of not being great players. They on the way other way down the hill. Allen Iverson, Tim Duncan, Stephon Marbury, Stephen Francis, people like those that was on the team.
AI
still holding on to being the guy.
04 was on the other side of his prime.
Come on, man.
AI in 04.
They shipped him away the next year in 05 to the Denver Nuggets. Then they just shipped him next year in 05 to Denver Nuggets. Come on, man.
Pay him, bro. They didn't want to pay him, of course. Yeah, let me get him out of here.
Just saying what's going on. I'm just saying what's going on.
They thought they had a new AI in Iggy. Iggy didn't even want to be a starter when he had a chance to be a starter, bro. I'm cool. I'm cool being Andre Iguodala said, "I'm cool being a role player."
Yeah, he wasn't no AI. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
and then, like you said, they shipped him to Denver, and he still went over to Denver with the NBA's leading scorer and became the second leading scorer on the same team, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I know, but I'm just saying it was the tip of the going to the downward spiral of their careers. And Tim Duncan, all due respect, he still will win the championships. You know, the points was like on the teens and like less than 20s and stuff like that. He was just on chill mode the rest of his career, for real. And Stephon Marbury, China, Stephen Francis, where he at? You know what I'm saying? So just name a few. That's how that situation happened in 04. But I digress.
That's what this year's team looked like. A bunch of a bunch of names. That's all you had. A bunch of names. Not enough chemistry. Not enough camaraderie.
I feel you. Speaking of names and stuff like that, how you feel about Chris Paul on the Warriors with Steph Curry? Steph Curry breaking his ankles, taking championships away from him. I remember it like it's yesterday. I'll never forget the day in my life. The State Farm commercial. This is before the championships. I believe this was like the season before they won the first championship. Steph Curry's on the way up the escalator, and the Cliff Paul character is on the way down the escalator, signaling the rise of Steph Curry and the downfall of Chris Paul. Because next season, boom, he won the championship. You could not make this up. I say, yo, it's crazy.
That's some conspiracy theory stuff, but with the receipts though.
yeah, exactly though.
With the receipts, that's crazy.
Yeah, man, that's crazy how that works. But how do you feel about them teaming up, man? Draymond Green now having a love affair, saying talk about he want to get Chris Paul a ring. Meanwhile, we already know just months ago, I don't like him. He knows I don't like him.
Business is business, man. Yeah. Business is business. Draymond got his bread. He's good now.
He's telling him get business.
I don't think he's going to be as an angry and aggressive player as he was. Yeah. I'm cool. I'm going to play my role. I'm going to do what y'all need me to do. If we're going to make a run, we're going to make a run. If not, hey, I'm paid. That's the way he probably feels right now. But as for Chris Paul and Steph Curry on the same team, it could be good or bad, depending on who you are and how you feel about it. Okay. Me personally, I don't feel no way about it, of course. And how I would go about it, Steph, you're going to 2. Clay, you're going to 3. That's just that.
Okay.
Chris, run the floor. You got shooters beside you. I would have to get at least 1 or 2 strong 5s. At least a strong 5 at the center that starts, and then somebody that can come in that's a role player and at least do what he need to do defensively to get rebounds. You know what I mean? On the second team.
Kevin Looney ain't gonna do it for you no more? Kevin Looney not doing it for you no more?
Kevin Looney he's like this, bro.
Yeah, and he's little too. He ain't 7 foot. He ain't no 7-footer.
He's inconsistent. Yeah. Now, mind you, he's a champion,
yeah.
So like
and he ain't no 7-footer.
Yeah, you're definitely. He's not a 7-footer. You need what you have. You need someone like JaVale McGee. I honestly think they should have kept him for the long haul. Honestly,
exactly. Paid him the extra $1 million on the year, $1.5 million, whatever he wanted. Come on,
they should have kept someone like they need that height and presence, especially with
that energy and with that, you know what I mean, the defensive effort that you're looking for.
If you want to shoot the way you're shooting and you're having an off night, you're gonna need them rebounds, baby. Like
no, you leaving one thing out. You make it seem like he's not playing and he don't want his touches in. He don't want to be dominating the action. Draymond Green said, "I'm a point guard too, though." I would have been now, CP. Remember, I had to tell Kevin Durant, you know what I mean, you know what I mean, because I need the ball
too. That's the thing. I think this year is going to be more of a scoring year for Draymond. People don't get to see offensive Draymond anymore. Yeah, people don't get to see offensive Draymond. People really forget Draymond's first 2 years, he was really shooting with Steph and Clay.
He was scoring.
And people used to say he had the jump shot like he had a backpack on.
Yeah, he was scoring.
Like, he really was there. And then once, KD comes, you're not going to get them opportunities.
Yeah,
they got to go. Come on, like, hello.
Yeah, the pecking order.
So I think with Chris Paul up in age, but still being a somewhat of an elite player, he's going to definitely up his assists. He's going to get the easy points, but he's going to look to get everybody else theirs. And I think Draymond's going to up his points average this year. I think he still might average near a triple-double like usual.
Yeah.
But the points is definitely going to be in double digits this year. If not, I'd just be disappointed.
Okay. Now, I didn't. So, do you have an NBA team?
You just got to just enjoy that.
Okay. Yep. Well, can we get your 2 early NBA Finals prediction? Your 2 early NBA Finals prediction. Who you got coming out the East? Who you got coming out the West? 2 early NBA Finals prediction.
Well, that's tough. If Miami gets Dame, I'm going with Miami. If Miami gets Dame.
Okay. And
that's an if. And if not, it's going to be Boston. But Boston's not going to be able to finish because I just don't think.
Hey, I'll play in Boston.
Tatum and Brown, they don't mesh. They don't know how to.
But I don't know why they couldn't play together. I mean, I really don't. I just don't get a message.
It's a situation where you got 2 alpha males who want to be him, and it's not going to take.
But they both turn the
ball
over at a high clip, so they both can't do that.
It is
one plays better defense than the other. One plays better offense than the other. So they complement themselves, and they both don't need to be having the ball in their hands. Clearly, they need a point guard. They you know what I mean? So
how to mesh. That's what it is. Because clearly you see when one's scoring, the other one's not.
That's what I'm saying. They need point guard to direct Chris Paul. They needed to get Chris Paul. They needed to do that. I'm telling you, man. It's not too late to make a move with trade deadline. They need to go find a way to do that because I'm telling you, where I said it on previous shows, Chris Paul is not staying with the words the whole season. He's getting traded by the trade deadline. They're not winning anything. They're not doing nothing in the playoffs with Chris Paul. But I'm saying making a playoff run. They're not.
If they get the right role players,
personalities, they're gonna flash. I'm telling you.
This is Golden State we're talking about here. Yeah. They made it work with 4 All-Stars on one unit.
Yeah, but
if you get people to play into their roles, I think they can make a nice little run. But they definitely gonna need a bench. They're gonna need a nice bench.
Yeah. That's true.
That's the main thing people forget to realize. A lot of these championship teams, especially these past 4 or 5 years, they always had solid role players to come in and do the job.
Yeah,
it's never just about the big names.
You
it's
need those
really
solid role
about
players
the team
to come in and do things. Just you know what I mean? Just when you need it the most, for especially when you need it the most. We got to talk about who's the top 5 basketball players, regardless of position, in the league today. While you get your those together, I'm gonna give you my list. But I'm saying, regardless of position, 1 through 5, in your opinion, give me your top 5 basketball players today. I got Giannis Antetokounmpo number 1. I got the Joker number 2. Even though he has no rings, no individual accolades, that's meaningful. He's balling out there doing his thing. Devin Booker is number 3 in the league right now. Sliding LeBron James down to number 4 because his great moments ain't winning him the games, winning us the games no more. As of late, it's just not. He got to get more help from AD. His great performance alone ain't carrying us to no victories. And then number 5, Steph Curry, because he by himself with his great performances, he can't carry his team to victories. And when we shut him off, like how the Lakers do, you know, we shut that water off on him and made him less effective. The Warriors can't do nothing.
So with this list, are we going
off of last season?
We're going off of last season as team accolades too, or are we going as like
you could take all that individual accolades or just what you saw with your eyes, mainly what you saw with your eyes.
If we're going to talk about who's the best players, the best players in the league right now. First of all, number 1 would have to be Joker. It has to be.
I could argue. Give me a good defensive player.
Triple-double machine.
Give me a good defensive player like Miles Turner, like Andre Drummond, like Dwight Howard, like a Willis Cauley-Stein. Guys that with height and size. That's
come
one
out here.
Here I say Draymond Green, even with his
come out here to this arc.
Yeah.
Come out here to this arc. Come on.
Okay.
We already seen it in the playoffs. Come out here to this arc.
I'm talking straight. I'm talking defense.
Do this.
Well, okay. I'd rather take that though. I'm not saying he can't. I'm not saying he can't make it. But you know how easily Buck. You know, especially with the Lakers, you saw how easily he gets.
Seen what he did to AD. And
that's
AD,
what I'm saying. Especially in the paint. Especially in the paint. The buckets were so easy in the paint.
I can shoot. I don't just need to go to the paint. I can shoot.
But I'll live with that.
How can you live with it when he can shoot? When he can make
it? The paint shots with the paint, scooping layups and just easy layups in the paint, it gets you every time, man. It gets you every time. And you know it.
It's a problem when I can shoot, I can pass, I can do anything on that floor, and I'm over 7 foot, bro. Like I'm literally almost unstoppable. No. My jump shot's better than Giannis's.
Yeah, it is.
And like the only reason he's not as dominant as Giannis is because he's not as aggressive.
Yeah. Exactly.
He's not as fast. If he was as fast and as aggressive as Giannis, and he shot better than Giannis, we wouldn't even be talking about Giannis as much as we are. We'd be talking about Joker could possibly be the greatest of all time. He could chase LeBron James. If he wins enough championships, he could be the GOAT. That's what we could be talking about.
Okay.
If. That's a big if.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, what he's doing with his size, and people fail to realize he came in the league obese.
Yeah.
He was overweight.
Yeah,
he wasn't even in shape.
Yeah, he definitely
He's just now these past few years really getting into shape.
Yeah.
Imagine him really in shape and really actually getting off that first step.
Yeah, he ain't gonna get like that though. He ain't gonna get like that.
Man. Listen, if he has that work and determination like Giannis, because Giannis went from scrawny nothing to
he just want to go and watch like the horses races or whatever. Like he ain't trying to be doing all that. Come on, man.
But look at his natural abilities alone with what you say. He ain't even going hard, bro. And look what he's doing, and he ain't even going hard. Come on.
All right, give me the rest of the list. You got Joker number 1, so you got Giannis number 2?
Giannis definitely number 2. I'd have to say Steph number 3 because that's Steph.
Okay.
He's still going to produce. He's still. I say Steph got about 6-7 years left.
Yeah. He can play another 10 if he wanted to.
In those 6-7 years, I say the last 2 is.
But
I say the last 2 is really is where people start to say, all right, it might be time.
Yeah, but if you just still want to be around just a spot up shooter, he could do that. That thing will be what? I'm just saying, you just don't expect him to be off ball, just spot up and shoot and shoot them things.
If people would let egos go and really play into role players after a certain point in career, a lot of players would be able to play 20 years.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
A lot of them. But after Steph,
that's
Steph will be 3. Joel Embiid definitely has to be in that conversation.
So man, I'm done with him. I'm done with him. He's not conditioned. I don't know if it's health issues or if it's medical excuse, but he ain't gonna be in shape. He's not. It's always him tired. It's always an injury. It's always him tired more so than anything. I feel like it's more him being fatigued than injury. He be gassed out there. He be chugging and lugging up and down the court, bending over all the time. Like, you see it. You watch it. Come on, man. You watch the Sixers game, man. If you watch him at his whole time, he's dragging himself up the court at times, bending over, looking like his knees and his back is hurting all the time. Come on, man. I'm do with that. Yo, I'm done with you. Okay, 2 number 5, man.
KD, man. Yeah, and that's like
that sucker, man.
That's slightly above D-Book. That's slightly above D-Book. That's only because he knows, man. Everything he can do everything D-Book can do.
But he ain't the same no more. Come on. He ain't the same player no more. He not. I don't know if the injuries took a toll on him or if it was a mindset. But something ain't the same with him no more. And I'm just leaving it at that.
I think he just had to get acclimated in Phoenix. I think this is going to be a nice little year. Phoenix ain't, especially with
they got everybody. Yeah, I mean, they got everybody under the sun. Who else do you want on the team? I mean, anyways. Speaking of,
he gonna go get Phil Jackson, the coach, next. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. Yo, we gonna get out of here soon, man. Like, let me get your top 5 basketball players, your greatest of all time. Now I need the all-time list. I got my list ready to go. You get your thoughts together. This is your list. My list, first and foremost, in my heart, everybody knows what it is. Kobe Bryant. Number 2, Michael Jordan. Number 3, my namesake, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Number 4, LeBron James. He earned the number 4 spot. And then number 5, we're going with the Magic Johnson.
That's tough. That's definitely tough. Are we going just by, accolades, or are we just going by personal favorites?
Accolades, personal favorites, all that consideration. But I love the eye test. I love the eye test more so than anything. That's why my guys at the top.
If we going personal favorites, so my personal favorites definitely wouldn't be in the greatest of all time.
Okay.
But
if we're
going personal, I definitely have to say number 1 all time would have to be Mike.
Okay.
No matter what Kobe fans say, Kobe got his game from him. So if there wasn't no Mike, there wasn't no Kobe.
Okay.
Number 2,
it gotta be Kobe then.
Yeah, Kobe.
I mean, just the logic from you speaking. But go ahead.
Number 3, LeBron James.
Okay. Yeah.
Number 4, probably surprised a lot of people, Shaq.
Okay. I mean, that's an episode. He's the most dominant. Most unstoppable.
If he actually, another one, if he would have got in shape, stayed in shape around the time with the Lakers that winning them championships, like he was out of shape winning championships, bro. Back-to-back championships. Imagine, then Kobe even said it himself, they could have won 12.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
So there's that. And number 5, I'm gonna have to go Ray Allen. It's my boy.
My goodness.
Yeah, that's my boy.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Yo, you something else.
Either.
Yo, you something else. That's your man's. That's your man's. That's definitely your man's. Yo, you know he don't belong on that list, but that's your list. We're gonna leave it like that. I ain't gonna mess it up too much. I got 3 more things for you before we get out of here. One, can we talk about this whole movement? I know you're not living under a rock completely. I know you know what's going on This is taking over not just college sports. This is taking over the world of sports in its entirety. What Coach Primetime out there doing with the Colorado football team? Don't you know them boys is 3-0? Won a nice close game on Saturday. Star-studded. It's club atmosphere, like they say, on the sidelines and in the locker room with all the celebrities out there. What I heard it's like a BET Awards out there on the sideline in the locker room around there, all the celebrities. That's what they're saying out there. But it's beautiful atmosphere. The young boy Shador Sanders out there doing his thing, his son, and Shiloh Sanders out there. It's crazy how your son come a 98-yard touchdown run. I mean, a touchdown, series to get to come to was the tie of the game, and they had to get a quick conversion. You had your other son earlier in the game. You get a pick six, things of that nature. Like it's crazy how God works and all that stuff. How do you feel about what Coach Prime out there doing with the Colorado football team and everything, the whole movement?
Honestly, it was expected for me. Deion's one of my favorite football players of all time, so I follow his career even after, because he used to have a lot of shows on YouTube where they'd have a little mini series following him and Shador. Like Shador and Shiloh been in front of cameras for a long time.
Yeah,
people don't even realize it. Mm-hmm. So you know what I mean? The pressure that people think that they're under, they're really not under. They're really not. Everything they're doing, they literally said they was going to do. It's when they say we expected to do that, that was an understatement, bro. Like they've been talking about this before Jackson State. They wanted to do what they did at Florida State. Florida State wouldn't hire Deion. Deion wanted to be. He wanted, you know what I mean? He wanted to make everything full circle. He wanted to go to where he played, had his kids play, you know.
Yeah, but
that magical football story that everybody would have loved to see.
Yeah.
They messed it up.
So
he said, I'm gonna still make that happen just elsewhere. And you know what? Colorado gave him the opportunity. They gave him everything he wanted and needed. They made history with this transfer portal this year, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
They made history, and they're going to continue to do it because a lot of the kids that sat back and was weird, like, I'm gonna just watch and see. Oh, they're seeing now, and they already made their decision for next. I'm in that portal. I'm heading to Colorado.
Yeah, exactly. Viewership going up, seasons, tickets are sold out. All that merchandise is going through the roof. Social media engagement, all that stuff going through the roof.
It's to the point where you ain't even got to go professional with this NIL stuff. You ain't got to go professional anymore to get paid. If you're good enough, you're gonna go to where all the exposure is.
Exactly.
Right now, it's definitely Colorado.
And Coach Palm doing all this with his hat and his glasses on. You know what I mean? Come on, man. We ain't worried about. We got some flavor. We got some flavor when we do our things. I got like I said, a couple more, and we gotta hear. Can I get your feelings about Terrence Crawford versus Earl Spence 2? We already know what took place at the first fight. Terrence Crawford TKO in the 9th round. Earl Spence Jr. to be the undisputed, undefeated. Yeah, I mean welterweight champion of the world.
I can get it. I can get into that, but when I get into it, it would be more than just boxing, because at the end of the day, that man shouldn't be boxing no more, man. All I'm gonna say is that car crash messed that man up.
Yeah, I thought that too.
There's more to the story, man. Like
that's what I'm saying. I felt that. I agree with you right there. We're gonna leave right there because I said that too before, like long before the fight happened. Initially after that crash happened, I was mind boggled how he got in the ring after that. You know what I'm saying? Like there was just no way. Obviously, we saw the video, so like there's no way that anybody should be licensing him to be fighting. Sanctioning him to fight.
Attention to the clips. You know what I mean? They got clips of him going up to but thank you for making this happen. Thank you. In my opinion, that means to me like he knew he needed that big match for that big money, because he gonna have to call it after this one. I think this next one, unless he really is training and coming with a different approach this time and really putting in the work, I think this is just a cash grab. Honestly.
Because he's definitely not gonna win. I feel like
it's just a cash grab to call it for my last fight, and prepare for my second career. Basically, what I'm going to do, I'm gonna have the paper now, so now I can
exactly.
take care of me and my family the rest of my life.
Because we feel like, well, I feel like I just watching things, and I know, especially just as an athlete, and I know when the athlete could turn it on and turn it off. Like Terrence Crawford, he could have took him out earlier in the rounds. But wait a minute, I gotta make my money. This is a show. I gotta, you know what I mean, make sure everybody's happy. I gotta egg this on a little bit more. If he would have met with Mike Tyson on him, said, I don't care about no show business stuff. I'm getting him up out of there. He could have got that up out of there early.
Yeah, it was nasty, like that. Man. That was a nasty fight, especially knowing what Earl Spence used to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. So, yo, we got so many things that we talked about. Coaching, athletes. Which one is more valuable, more important to you? Good coaching or good talent?
That's a good one. If you're a good coach, you can produce good talent. Okay. So it's always good coaching.
Okay.
You're gonna have your dogs that's naturally gifted.
Yeah.
To really be a good coach, you got to be able to take any and everybody and instill what you know, the basics and more, and create the football player or athlete that you want. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all about repetition and practice. Like they used to say, this same old simple saying: practice makes perfect.
Exactly.
So you know what I mean? A good coach, having a good practice and putting in good practices and doing what they need to do.
Rubbing some of his mindset off on them, a la Coach Palmer with Colorado is doing.
Exactly.
Okay. Yo, I hate to ask you this. Are you paying attention to what's going on with Shannon Sharp teaming up with Stephen A. Smith on First Take? How you feel about that?
I don't feel no way about it. Honestly, it's a little weird now because now there's speculations of Shannon didn't leave, that he got fired.
Yeah. Stephen A. He mentioned that. He says he let Shannon talk about when he's ready.
And in my opinion, in those same words, why did you bring it up instead of Shannon first then, if that was the situation?
I don't know. I mean, obviously he was on the podcast. They asked him that.
But what even gave you the just because? Honestly, sometimes I think both Skip and Shannon feels themselves a little too much. Yeah, y'all are great at what you do, but you're not the athlete. You're not the, you know what I mean? If it wasn't for these people that you're talking about on TV, you wouldn't be who you are where you're at. And like,
I agree with you.
I don't like the fact that they try to portray themselves as athletes, in sort of a sense. Like
that's what you're saying, like the personality. Like I mean, Stephen A. is my guy. I mean, maybe that's just his natural personality to be big. But I get what you're saying. To be feeling like they're the NBA superstar, they're the NFL superstar, and so currently, I get what you're saying. But I mean, they can feel special in their right too. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
And they have a right to, in a sense, they have a right to because of the work that they put in. But there's a line that they both usually cross.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
When they cross
I know. Some lines do get crossed at times. And they will agree with that. Lines do get crossed at times.
And when they cross it, they usually
because sometimes it get personal. And Stephen A. admits sometimes things got personal. I mean, the ones that Stephen A. He's one of the ones that admit the Kyrie Irving situation. I mean, he admits that that you use that as an example. And other older players, but Skip, he'll deny it to the cows come home. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna beat on that too much. I want to get one more thing out of you before we get out of here, man. I appreciate you doing this. I just gotta ask you, what you think about the show, man? What you think about what I got going on with the Fresh Sports Show?
I think it's amazing, bro.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Keep growing. You know what I mean? Keep prospering. You know what I mean? It can only go up, bro.
Yeah. Thank you, man. I know it took a little while for us to get this, but I'm glad we made this happen. I'm glad got you to come on. I appreciate you doing this, man. And continue to much success what you're doing with the Little League. out there coaching the York Bears out there, man. Much salute to what you're doing out there with the youth out there. I appreciate it, man. We're gonna let this cook, let it marinate, let it bubble up to more episodes of Fresh Boy Sports Show. We out.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Mike.